First, I'm going to show you how to do an AI photo restoration on old photos like this to bring them back to their full 1970s glory to look authentically preserved. Second, I'm going to show you a way to elevate them. So we'll get rid of some of the visual clutter so you'll have something nice that you'll actually want to frame and put on your wall where you can actually see the faces of your loved ones. Let's get started. I'm in Chat GPT and you can do this with a free account. I'm going to add my picture. It's called 1970s restoration.jpg. So when you're using my prompts, make sure that you change the name of your picture to that, or else change your picture to be called 1970s JPG so it knows what you're talking about. The reason I'm using ChatGPT right now is because currently, reportedly, ChatGPT has a little bit of an edge in terms of maintaining fidelity to the human subjects, and that's so important for photo restoration. So I want to make sure that we have every advantage that we can get. And I'm also going to be doing something that I haven't shown before. I'm going to be using something that's kind of a secret weapon. It's a different kind of prompting, and I'll talk about it for just a second so it doesn't seem intimidating to you. There's a special kind of prompt that is a bit more structured. I'm going to be using a JSON prompt. JSON. JSON. It stands for JavaScript Object Notation, and you don't really need to know that. And you don't need to know how to read this, how to write these, none of that. You just take a screenshot of my prompt, drop it into ChatGPT or whatever else you use, and you're good, just like always. So here's an example of what you would see for a text prompt for an image that you might use. And now here is an example of what it looks like in JSON. So you basically have a label on one side, that's called a key, and then you have the values on the other side. Very simple, less ambiguity, much better outputs. Here on my screen is the JSON prompt that I'm going to be pasting in right now. This is a prompt that can be used for any 1970s picture, provided that the name of your file is the same as my file. Just did Control-C, Control-V. I had it off screen in Notepad, and now I'm going to click on Send Prompt. There it is. That looks much, much better. I'm going to click on this to download a copy of it. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this output and I'm going to make it into something that I would like to have on my living room wall. This is a beautiful picture. It's very cute. I'm really enjoying it. I even enjoy seeing the details of like the weird velour sofa and armchair and ottoman and these crazy drapes, but it's just too much visually going on. I couldn't put this in a big picture on my wall because it would clash with everything, and it's just too much. I feel like their faces get very lost in all of this extra detail, so we're going to take them out and put them on a lovely, much simpler background that also kind of retains a little bit of a hue that keeps that 1970s feel to it, and is something that you could get printed out and put into a nice frame for your living room. As you know from my other videos, I like to start new chats. When I've been working in here on one thing, I don't want it to start hallucinating, and sometimes it'll just give you the same picture it gave last time. Who knows? I just like to start from scratch. And here is a second JSON prompt, and I will share this in just a moment. I am pasting that in. This, like the first one, is one that you can use for pretty much anything. Just change the description and the file name to make sure that your prompt and your picture match. I'm going to drag over the picture that was the output from the last one. And I'm going to send that prompt. If you find these tutorials helpful, please like, please subscribe. Please leave a comment. I don't get very many comments. I'd love to hear how these are working for you in your own pictures, and if there's anything else you would like to learn. Here's our final picture. Looks amazing. Look at these crazy tans on these girls. They look beautiful. This is lovely. This is something I would hang on my wall. It wouldn't clash, and I can actually see my loved ones' faces, so this is just a fantastic result. Here is the prompt to create this effect. It's very good for 1970s photo because it does have that sort of nice warm glow to it. I'm Nicole. This is Sky Power AI. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.